welcome to House Rules. We're filming as usual at Adventure Games here in Oshkosh, and we'd like to invite you to forge the fires of awesome with us today as we talk about Dice Forge. It's made by the company Libelude.
So that's how you say it?
Yes, it's French. I had to look it up. This game, they say, takes about 45 minutes. I do not agree. It's much shorter than that. It's for 2 to 4 players. Obviously, with less players, it's a little faster. But they recommend ages 10 and up, and I think that's fair. There's a lot of small pieces and some different choices to make that are could be difficult for younger kids.
Yeah. Definitely 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to get everything set up initially with all of the little bits and put them all in there.
Right, yeah, it's a lot quicker than that.
It plays fast.
Yeah.
So in Dice Forge, you are crafting your own luck, but the time is against you. You are this hero, and you're supposed to impress the gods by making offerings or performing heroic feats. The game ends after 9 or 10 rounds, depending upon how many players you have, and the person with the most prestige points, god favors, wins.
Okay, welcome to the miniature version of Dice Forge. We've got only part of it set up here just so that we can fit it all in for you. So every player has 2 dice. These are in fact different colors. One is darker than the other. That's how you determine how it's originally set up. So a major blessing is when you roll both dice. A minor blessing is when you roll just one. So when it says that in the rules, that'll help you know what that means. So at the beginning, you do a major blessing. You roll both dice. Everybody rolls their dice at the beginning of the turn. You set them over here and then mark what you earned. So I got 2 gold on that one. That shows me throughout the game what I'm able to spend, and you mark your victory points down here. As you're going along in the game, there's a time track. So you've got this little guy and he moves along. So once every person has had a turn in that round, then it moves the time track forward. So if it's 3 players, you've got 10 turns. If it's 9 players, or if it's 2 or 4 players, you've got 9 turns. When you purchase from the marketplace, this take only gold to purchase. You take your dice, decide what you can pay for, and we like to use a cuticle pusher, but you can also use the corner of one of these. So you just pop it off, decide what you can pay for, and you click it right back into your die. So that's the way you forge your dice and get new luck. Another option for you throughout the game is you start off in the kind of god court, and if you have moon crystals or fire crystals, you can purchase these attributes. They have 2 different symbols on them for you to use. They all have victory points up here in the corner that they're worth. Every card has either this little tornado, which means that you can only do it one time. It's a one-time action. You do it right then when you purchase it. And the other option is a gear, which is a repeating action. All of the cards have these kind of hints on them to remind you what they mean, but you can look those up in the rulebook. So there's really 2 major mechanics in this game. It's crafting your dice. So the pieces pop off and you put new pieces on. You can purchase those with offerings that you've earned from the gods. And then there's also, we think we're going to call it ability acquisition.
Yeah.
So what they refer to as heroic feats, you are gaining abilities that give you the opportunity to roll more dice, or to have your friends roll dice and steal their offerings, or just earn victory points. So the abilities are kind of the other part of that. It's a main course game, would you say? Although the time of it plays kind of like an appetizer once it's set up. So it plays quick,
Right.
and you can play multiple times in a row. But I think it's kind of main coursey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Although I wish it played a few more players.
Right.
Only plays up to 4. I really like my main course games to have like up to 6.
Yeah,
But-
it feels like a better game night with 6.
Right.
So smaller main course.
Right.
Well, my husband and I played this 2-player, and we played like 3 or 4 times in a row just because it was that quick.
Right.
So what do you think?
I'll give it a solid 3. I like it, but there's just, with the limited resources that you can do and the time crunch that it gives you, it doesn't feel like you're just getting started and getting to like realize your strategy before the time is over and you got to count up points.
Right. The rounds go really quick. I imagine
Very.
way 2 it goes.
Yeah,
crazy
it
fast.
was just, I mean, with 2 players, you get to roll the dice twice for
Okay.
your divine blessings. So you get a few more resources than if you were playing with the 3-player like we did.
Right.
But it's still, it just felt just shy of something that I'd actually want to put on my shelf. I will play it. If somebody's got it, I will play it. I like it enough to play it again, but not enough to actually purchase it for myself.
It's average.
Yeah.
All right. Fair. Rose, how do you feel about this fiddly dice game?
It is fiddly.
There's lots of little pieces.
There's lots of little pieces. I'm gonna give it a 2, and it's not just because it's fiddly, although that has something to do with it. I love the concept, and I feel like there is brilliance hiding in it, right? But I think the way it kind of fleshed out doesn't quite work for me. Like the rules feel a little clunky, like something's missing. I feel like you can house rule it to where it plays well for you, and that's something that I feel like we could do. And we've seen some people already are sharing house rules. They have I think 1 or 2 listed in the rules, but it just, for me, it just didn't play the way I wanted it to, and I liked it conceptually, but for me it just, and it's fiddly.
And it's fiddly.
Well,
Okay, that's fair.
We had our own like unintentional house rule the first time we opened it up because we missed the fact that you could only do one action. You could either make the offering to the gods or you could do the heroic feat. So we were doing 2 actions.
Both, yeah.
And that felt right. And then once we read the rules again, we were like, oh, we did that.
And maybe that's it. Maybe I felt cheated after that, or I'm
There really
jaded.
were like half as many chances. Now you're like, oh, I really didn't. I got like 30 points, and in the first game I got like 80 points. So
Yeah, and the time factor, I mean, those rounds they move so quick.
They do.
There
yeah.
really isn't any downtime to it.
No, everybody rolls every turn. It goes pretty quick.
What do you think?
I think this might be the first time in House Rules history that I have the highest score on the show.
Yay!
All right, I picked a good one. So I really like Dice Forge. I'm kind of stuck in this place between a 3.5 and a 4. I want to give it a 4, but there's just a few things, like Rose said, the rules are kind of clunky, and I feel like they're written as like a reminder for someone who already knows the rules, rather than like these are the full rules.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, I asked several times, like, can you hand me the rule book? They're like, you have it. I'm like, no, this is just the example. I need like the full rules. They're like, no, that's it.
the one right there.
I'm like, oh, well, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But I love the art style, and you can tell it's made by the same company that does Dixit, Seasons,
Love Seasons.
yeah, Mysterium, all the like really iconic artwork where things are so vibrant, slightly out of proportion, really cute.
They are cute.
Even the like scary monsters, like cute.
Like, I want to snuggle that demon.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had so many people tell me just how much they love it, how they can't get enough of it. So I feel like I'm, leaning more towards a 4 just because it is fun. But yeah, there's a few things that could have been, I feel like a few kinks could have been worked out before it went full market.
Yeah. Honestly, my favorite part about this game is the packaging. I'm kind
It
of like
is
a
good,
geek
yeah.
for packaging, and everything is like fit in so well. I mean, you see all the little fiddly bits. You can take this box and you can shake it, and every little piece is going to be
It's still
right
in
where
there.
it belongs.
I feel like this is a kind of game I could have in my trunk for like 6 months and
Yeah.
then be like, oh, it's still perfect, ready to play. All right, well, we would love to know what you think about it. Let us know in the comments below. Also, give us your thumbs up and let us know if there's another game that you would like to see us review. Thanks.
Bye.